Hey, Shalom, this is your brother Yawanathan. First and foremost, want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Raha Kodash. Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Want to say Shalom to all the brothers and all the sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, be the blessing of election be upon your house. Today's lesson is a lesson I do, I'd say annually. There's always new people coming into the walk, and there's certain things that they need to understand about the journey that they're about to embark on. And one of those things is gain is not necessarily godliness. There's going to come a time in your walk where you want to, you know, give more time to endeavors in the world, or opportunities may come up, but you got to weigh them in the balance if they're going to pull you away from the mission. There's going to be times where the Lord takes things from you, and you might just have what you need to get through from day to day. And to people who are carnal, they say, "Oh, that's God wants you to have things," because in the church they preach the prosperity doctrine. So somebody coming out of the world into this, you know, that could be a stumbling block for them. But you got to understand, man, the riches we're about to receive far exceed anything that anybody has here on this side. And you got to be okay with the pathway to get to that. All right. So, most people looking through carnal eyes, they look at material gain and societal status as a correlation to one's proximity to God. This couldn't be further from the truth, man. All right. We're going to get to enjoy the earth and this creation in fullness when the laws are put within our inward parts and the kingdom of heaven is established. Right now, man, we're under the curses, this is simply put. But it's going to be a time where the sole world power forevermore on the earth, and all the Israelites are going to have things in abundance, spiritual and carnal. In our time, wisdom is going to be with the lowly. When Yahweh was on the scene, he was asked about a rich man, what lack he yet, right? And he told the rich man what to sell all that he had and follow him. Because it's going to come a time for all of us where we have to detach from possessions in the world or even from people to cross the finish line, to get salvation, to receive it. Possessions do just that, man. They possess you. Look at Lot's wife. She looked back because she had great substance in Sodom. Money can be a defense. The scriptures do say that. But it does say what? The love of money. If you're in love with it, then that's when somebody's willing to do anything to get it, even transgress the commands of the Most High. But money can be a defense. But often the time, a distraction and a buffer from being in a reflective and broken and contrite spirit. Not that we're supposed to just be dirt poor, but we're supposed to have the things. Well, the Lord will make sure you have the things necessary to finish our course, which may look different and vary from brother to brother. So let's go to Proverbs 11. Get it here. Bear with me, guys. It's Proverbs 11. I'll just start at the top. The point I wanted was in 2. It says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Now, when I walk, there's going to be times where you're brought low, and there's going to be times where you're lifted up. All right. When you go to Philippians 4:10 through 13, that's what it's really going into. You understanding how to walk uprightly, whether you've been brought low or lifted up, abased or bound. All right. Proverbs 11:2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly is wisdom. Okay. And the Lord, he kind of forces his chosen into positions to where they're lowly, where they're forced to, look themselves in the mirror, consider their ways, consider the Most High and what he requires of them, so that they could be used as utensils in the earth to forward righteousness. All right. Now let's go to I get that. So let me go to Psalms. It's another one on my mind. Psalms 138. And 6 to go with this. It says, though the Lord be high, ye respect unto the lowly, but the proud he knoweth afar off. And oftentimes what money can do to a person and to their flesh is make that person think that they're greater than they ought to think, not realizing that the Lord maketh rich and maketh poor. He setteth up the kings and taketh them down. He setteth up the kingdoms and taketh them down. He has the dominion over the affairs of life and death, all these things. Money can cloud a person's, or possessions can cloud a person's spiritual vision. Now, when a person, is on a level, the Lord may bless a particular brother that it won't affect him that much. He might bless that brother with a little more possessions for the sake of him using it to forward the ministry, not just to have, but to forward the ministry, to be an asset unto the body in some kind of way. Not that he's just giving all his money to the congregation, but that he's in a position to where if somebody's in need or if something needs to get done, that brother has a heavier responsibility more so in that area than this brother may have or this sister may have. Now, when you look up that word lowly in Psalms 138:6, it looks, let me see. Shapal, we got a brother in the camp named Shapal. All right, in Strong's H8213, it says depressed, literally or figuratively, base, humble, low, low in height, low in station, of condition of the spirit, humiliated, lowly. So yeah, man, the Lord is nigh unto them of a broken and contrite spirit. Okay. I also mentioned that the Lord has dominion over who's rich and poor. Let me get that. It's 1 Samuel 2:7. It says, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. Okay. So right now we're just in the we're in the stage of being brought low before we're lifted up. And we're going to be lifted up higher than anyone has ever been. We're going to be made immortal. Riches can't get you that here on this side. And not only that, we're gonna forever be in our prime. Riches can't get you that on this side. We're gonna have complete and full understanding. Riches can't get you that on this side. We're gonna be void of sin. Riches can't get you that on this side. We're gonna have dominion over the people forever. Esau's trying to achieve that with the fatness of the earth he's been given, with his blessing, the sword. But he's not going to get that. That's promised to a particular family of people. So I'm going to read that one more time. 1 Samuel 2:7. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. All right. Rejoice greatly. All right. That's what it says here. Zechariah 9:9. Yeah, it says, rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, which is what we all seek, lowly and riding upon an ass. So being lowly is equated with receiving salvation. When you go to Matthew, the 11th chapter and the 29th verse, Yahushua said what? He said, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. So taking this path that he's given us, the lowly path, is how we get rest unto our souls. Man, you see a lot of Jake that have money. You see a lot of people that hit the lottery, and then you could just tell, man, they got spirits on them. They're depressed. They tripping out. People, they destroying themselves with drugs and liquor. They trying to cover up their insecurities in all kinds of sorts of ways. Man, you can see Jake just going through it, catching hell, even when they have riches. You got those horror stories about people, Jake hitting the lottery. Because money does one thing, man. It magnifies who a person is. It simply magnifies who they are. And to a person that hasn't been spiritually circumcised and cut off the nature of that old man, it's only going to magnify the darkness in a person. Now, that, again, I mentioned there's some brothers who may be more well off, and the Lord will give brothers particular things when they're ready for it. But having a lot of money for some brothers might be above their strength to actually deal with it spiritually, to still walk uprightly in this world with a bunch of money. It might be too much. So the Lord isn't going to test you above your strength. And that's okay. Just focus on getting to the finish line and offending less. Now, don't take this as a pass not to have a job, not to provide for your family, to take care of yourself. Don't be an idiot, okay? If you can, make a little more money, do it. But you draw the line when it affects your walk, when it affects your growth, okay? That's where you got to draw the line. See, so there's that. Now I also want to go to where was it? Bear with me while I pull it up, guys. I mentioned a lot of these jakes. Make me think about this, these celebrity jakes. They have everything at their fingertips, but you could just see, man, that they just catching hell. They got having to deal with Esau. When you reach a certain financial station and status in the society, you got to get in bed with this devil, man. He has dominion over the currency, over the money system. And dealing with this devil is face to face so that you could function, so that you could, that's your job to have to deal with this man. Oh my goodness. You can only imagine the demons you have to deal with. All right. So this is Matthew, the 4th chapter. I'm starting verse 7. Right? This is when Yahushua was taken up on that exceeding high mountain, and he was tested in this way. He was able to pass the test, right? He was able to say, nah. But Elijah were put in this situation, and they didn't. Now look at him, man. All right, Matthew 4 and 7. Yahushua said unto him, also not tempt the Lord thy God. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee. Now keep in mind, the Yahushua knew he was the first spirit ever created. He knew all this stuff belonged to him anyway. And he knew he was going to get it if he finished the course. And he was going to get it without the side effects. When this devil gives you something, you see those medicinal commercials he puts up, and at the end of the commercial, he starts talking all fast. Side effects maybe and death. You'd be like, God damn, why would anybody take that? And this devil's trying to manufacture his own blessing, his own immortality, his own kingdom of heaven. But it can't be done right without Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But he was tested here, right? Let's continue reading. This is Matthew 4 and 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world, which belong to him anyway. All right, he's going to get it on the back end. And the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou would fall down and worship me. And a lot of our people, man, they're willing to worship this devil, go along with his philosophy, his standard of right and wrong in the earth, in order to get, you know, carnal gain or societal status. Verse 10. Then Yahushua said, then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt not worship the Lord thy God. Salaki, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. You understand? So yeah, man, a lot of people been put through that test and didn't pass it. See? So just like everything belonged to Yahweh Shah anyway, you got to understand as well, man. If we follow course, we're going to sit beside him in the kingdom. So the same way he had enough gumption to say no, we got to be willing to say no. If anything is in conflict with our pathway to the Father, to offend less, to be in good standing with him, answer is no. That's not game. See, we see with the spiritual eye. So the riches that we're gaining here and we're building up on this side, the people of the world can't see them. And you can't see them with a worldly mindset. But they're getting ready to pay off. This investment is getting ready to pay off here soon. Hang in there, man. So with that being said, Abaratazah, the lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to the Most High once more. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right. May the blessing of election